Hello everybody, this is CamSauce505, and today we're playing Dysfunctional Systems. How to manage chaos. I believe that's the name, or managing chaos. Dysfunctional Systems, something about managing chaos. Episode 1. My bad for not knowing the full name. I'm sure one of those is it. If not, I'll put text up somewhere. Anyway, this game is a visual novel. I bought it a little while back. It looked really fun. I don't know. So we're gonna be playing it. So let's start this. I'm not really sure about the story or anything, and I have no clue how long these episodes are gonna be, but I'll assume I can break them up in an easy way. Working families across Brighton are no doubt issuing a collective sigh of relief today, as the legislation for a minimum wage increase of 50 cents passed in Parliament earlier this morning. Okay, so we're in England. Alright. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like the menu music in this, I'm really digging the music. The soundtrack is just amazing. Anyway, this bill comes after public outcry that the majority of Brighton citizens are without enough income to make ends meet after the recent increase in food prices. I should probably give him a voice, considering I'm doing this and I'm the main character of my voice. Shit. The change brings minimum wage for workers over 40 hours a week to $3.67 an hour, and workers working less to $3.20. Although welcomed by most, there have been stiff opposition towards the bill from foreign investors, primarily those from Gabria. Major Gabrian companies such as Ujco and Norcali have warned that wage increases would hurt Brighton's economy, arguing that new rates would force major layoffs as they cannot afford many employees. President Barnaby, who had been supportive of the legislation since its inception, retorted that well-fed employees were more productive, and reminded the Ujiko and Norcali representatives that employing a Brighton citizen was still over 16 times less expensive than employing a citizen of their home country. Stocks did, however, take a moderate tumble after the approval of the legislation. President Barnaby assured citizens that the drop should only be temporary, and the markets will begin to rise again after the initial shock has subsided. With this minimal wage increase, Barnaby has finally fulfilled the last of the campaign promises made during his 1523 campaign trails. His 1523... Okay. I don't get... whatever. Whether or not he managed to accomplish his 1527 goals remains to be seen. With that, we conclude our hourly business report. Next up, the latest in entertainment news. Without a doubt, I still find it strange. Everything. Strange. Bizarre. Really, if these worlds were nothing like my own, at least then I could appropriately flip out. But no, they're too similar. But no, they're similar. Too similar. I keep slipping into a feeling of normalcy, only to have that sensation of strangeness slap me across the face at the first sight of something weird. There are plenty of weird sights around here. There are plenty of weird sights to do. Oh. I apologize. I can't read. It's a problem of mine. Yeah, I'm sure if I took my time, I probably would have been be a lot better. But when I read, I tend to go as fast as possible. There are plenty of weird sights around to do so, too. Like, for instance, these advanced-looking televisions in this decrepit-looking building, which I can only assume is an electronics store. They're the first things I've seen since arriving in this world that actually look somewhat new. Fancy, even. Up until now, everything has been old, ramshackle, and various states of disrepair. Makes me feel very nervous. It's just so profoundly disturbing. Will I ever get used to this? Oh. Okay, I can't. I'm like, maybe I can use the arrow keys. I was wrong. I have to use the mouse. I think that I will. Some year or decade from now. My mentor is an indication. Look at him, standing there so aloof, as if this were just another day to him, which... yeah, I suppose it is. Well, what do I do now? Nothing. I think I might have said, what do I know? Not what do I do now? Close enough. Nothing. Winter. I am a girl. Okay. So I guess I just have a very masculine voice for a female. Yes? What do you think? Think? About what? About what we just saw and heard. Oh. be honest, I wasn't really thinking about anything about it. Winter, we've only just started. Please try to focus. Yeah, I will. I'm sorry. It's just, well, I'm still finding it a bit hard to wrap my head around this. The idea of destructive conflict. Oh, it might be easier for me to read if there wasn't just a massive pop filter in my face, but whatever. Well, of course, I was the same when I first started out. There aren't that many examples of conflict at all in our world. Right. You might even find it surprising that war is actually a word in our dictionary. Totally. Yet still, Winter, you'll come to understand conflict very well. Don't worry. After all, you'll be doing nothing but dealing with it. Lame. Well, anyway, you read the material on this You read the material on this world, right? It should have been your homework. It was? Well, tell me what you think then. Perhaps it's time to admit that I didn't spend much of last night reading the material, so much as turning the page and glancing at them. I was tired and honestly found watching the bubbles in my soda significantly more captivating than the words in those files. The way they merge with each other and crawl up in the glass, it's really pretty incredible. It's really incredibly pretty. Whatever. You're certainly pondering rather hard there, Winter. You must be whipping up a dazzling answer. Aha. Brighton is poor? Yes, that is a fact, Winter. Not a thought. Sorry. What I think is... nothing. Look, what I've learned so far in class doesn't seem to be particularly applicable to this world. So I'm finding it a bit difficult to care. How can I care anyway? Besides, all that is so disconnected from me. Plus, it's only my second world. For heaven's sake, I'm still flummoxed by the fact that other worlds exist. What am I supposed to think when they just toss me into these places, give me a pat on the back and say, "Be on your way, merry child"? Actually, here's a thought. What kind of name is Brighton? It's a stupid name for a country. It doesn't look like a town. The town of Brighton. Population 40. Oh, so this is a country? Okay. I thought Brighton is a town in England. And possibly other places too. But, okay. That is weird. Blah. I'll scream blah at Cyprus. Cyrus, not Cyprus. Any other mentor questions me like this? I mean, I won't, but I would. I completely, totally, and so would. For now, though, an awkward and wobbling smile is all I can muster. Bleh. Well, whatever. What do you think the next step is? Alright, cool it, Winter. Just remain calm and genuinely consider the question. The next thing to do, we need to learn things that we weren't given. Right. Sir, I couldn't ask my last mentor, why are the dossiers we get before we come to these places so, thin? Well, it's because they simply compromise the first-hand information, noteworthy things that mediators have gathered through observation and gleaned from prior tips of the world. You're lucky you even have that much. Sometimes it gets into worlds that haven't even visited before. Let me tell you, it's never fun when a surprise dragon flies out from behind a mountain. Or when you realize that the person you've been talking to is really a convincing projection. Or worse, a robot. Damn robots. And once you start going into the systems that threaten your very definition of being a world even means, good luck. Then again, only experienced mediators have to deal with such things. You won't be going into any unvisited worlds. At least definitely not yet. Oh, another question. Why revisit worlds that have been helped already? I mean, once order's in place, everything should be fine, right? I mean, yeah? Cypress frowns, but his expression seems more complicated than that. I say that because the frown isn't alone. In his eyes, there's a glint of irritation, directed at no one in particular. There's any glint, it's gone on the second, replaced by another thing that I can't quite decipher. Part of me is curious as to what it is. Most of me doesn't care. Well, here's the short answer. Because chaos cannot be contained or removed. Entropy, bitch. Although it can be lessened by us, it will rise again over time. Sir, are you saying that there's no point to anything? No. Chaos is not inherently bad, Winter. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Chaos is not inherently bad, Winter. It is the means by which all worlds are born and continue, even ours. Furthermore, it is a spark of evolution. It plays a key part in those mutations which allow life to grow and improve itself. However, for life to succeed, there also must be order. It's like all cells must work together, and organs must serve their purpose. You see, a system where chaos is stronger than order is likely to collapse, just as an organism which has succumbed to disease is likely to die. In short, we're not here to eradicate chaos, Winter. We're only here to keep it in check. Oh. Anyway, where do you think we should go next? Well, someplace with a lot of information, I suppose. Allow me to get thinking about such a place. Oh, surprise, I'm done. The answer's so obvious it's insulting. After all, I've already gone there during my first meditation. The library. No, that's not... Well, how do we go to the library? I mean, I get your line of thought. Libraries can tell you a lot about the world's history. And I would bet there are a lot of computers there too, considering the world we're in. Unfortunately, that kind of knowledge probably wouldn't be helpful for this job. What about scholarly journals? Reliable sources? No. I think we should find a bar. Huh? What is it? Oh, well, I just had a thought. Are bars here special? Like, library bars? I figured maybe you'd like a drink as you read, maybe. Winter, stop thinking about libraries. Sorry. Bars here should be normal, as far as I'm aware. We'll head over there because bars are where people go to talk. Cyrus then turns to walk away, as if it's the natural thing to do. Well, it is not. I stand incredulously, I can't. For 3 full seconds before realizing that we were supposed to move ahead. Dude, Cyrus is just so rude. Well, here we are, walking along the street. Seen a few vehicles pass us by, so I guess it is. Or should I say, I've heard them, but they've been loud. A pretty sorry excuse for transportation, though. They have these grotesque metal protrusions out of their fronts, which billow dark smoke and occasionally drip liquid. As if they're bad enough, most every frame of these things has looked like a bludgeon team went wild on it. They're such bewildering things that they distract me from the matter at hand. Cyrus. Is he not going to elaborate at all? He just walked off after telling me that people like to talk at bars. Thanks, Cyrus. I would not have guessed people talk at places. Is he supposed to be teaching me? How can I learn anything with such vague statements? Well, Winter, well. You need to go to an ice cream parlor, Winter, because I sell food, Winter. Well. My goodness, how annoying. He hasn't even annoying since orientation, pestering me and staring at me and annoying. An unlikable person, this Cyrus, with a reputation at that, I hear. I mean, seriously, don't people talk everywhere? Sir, don't people talk everywhere? Isn't that sort of thing humans are known for, in general? Well, aren't you, Snippy? Oh, crap. I trimmed everything, didn't I? I need to stop thinking so much. Let my thoughts slip out again. I should not have said that. He's my superior. I'm going to lower my grade now. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to be. It's just a bit frustrating when you don't explain yourself properly. Oh? I thought it was most self-explanatory. Not really at all, sir. Well, maybe it is, but I don't really know anything about bars. I've never seen one outside of one. I've never seen the outside of one. Ah, that's right. I'm really not into drinking back home, are we? I don't know if I would say that. Perhaps not everyone is the same. Well, bars are generally a place where people go to unwind. And the alcohol loosens their lips, so to speak. They talk about almost anything, themselves and their troubles. And often, the root of the problem will involve what is troubling the world's people. It's a useful place to visit. Speaking of problems, what was the issue of the last world you visited? Pollution. The world was kind of oldish and much less practical than ours. Oh, fuck, damn it. The world was much less... Yeah. The world was kind of oldish and much less practical than ours. They kept throwing all... Yeah. They kept throwing out all their stuff. They had bad ways of making energy. Their water ended up getting poisoned and a lot of them were sick. Long-term project, I assume. Yeah. Mentor had already been working on it for a while before I came. I think it was around 5 months. And that's so... Glad I'm assigned short-term projects. It'd be something awful to get stuck in the same problem for nearly a year. I agree. But I don't know about the way you said that. How long did you shadow her? 3 days. I see. You've never had alcohol, have you? What? No, sir, I would never. I mean, I'm too young. I stop in my tracks, and he stops to turn. His lips then curl up in a kind of oh-ho-ho expression, oh-hoing at my innocence, ripe to be defiled. It's creepy. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. No, you wouldn't do anything against the rules, would you? Is that a test? A trick? A challenge? No, sir, I would not. His smile broadens at this, and discomfort increases. You know, Winter. Each world you visit will have its own laws, its own customs, and its own social graces. You're going to have to learn to make your mind a little more flexible if you want to succeed. I'm going to have you drink some alcohol at the bar. Excuse me? I don't want to. Besides, I'm underage. It's against the law. Well, Winter, in many cultures, you'll be expected to drink, even at your current age. You should be ready for that. You should know the effects of alcohol has on yourself and others. What? Is he telling me to break the law? Whoa, no. This is completely out of my comfort zone. I probably hate alcohol even, right? I do not want this. I mean, I know we're in another world, so it's not really the law, but... No. This is my conviction. I was born and raised to a set of rules, and I think that'd be best to live by them. It's like what I learned in class. One might think it best to try absorbing all aspects of culture met. However, it's not advisable. In absorbing culture, you run the risk of becoming absorbed by that culture as well. Me and dear should not forget who they are. I am Winter Harrison, and I shall not be shaken by this. I don't think I can do that, sir. Winter. That's an order. This is a part of your training. If you do not drink at the bar, I'll be forced to fail you. What? Sir, that isn't... That's not allowed. You can't make me do anything. I most certainly can. I am your mentor. Only for today. Only for today. You aren't and you aren't always gonna be like that. Besides, you can't threaten me because I have my convictions and I won't forget who I am. I'm right. I can tell I'm right because my cheeks are flushed, my heart is pounding, and he looks wounded. I hurt him. I struck out against him, and he knows he's wrong. It isn't just enough that he's hurting inside, though. I need to teach him a lesson. I need to knock it into him. Therefore, I will raise this trembling arm and trembling fist. I will raise it and grip my teeth, and I'll punch him right in his pathetic-looking chest. Puh. Ha! Whoa. I look like I'm about to cry. Jesus. Oh, Winter, what is this? I'm rebelling against you. Did you just punch me? I nod my head quickly and with purpose. You did. What does it look like? My fish smashed into your rib, didn't it? Well, Smashed is... All of a sudden my hair goes paff, as if something heavy has fallen on it. I glance up to find Cyrus resting his hand on my head. Although I know what he's doing, in fact I just said so, I am still compelled to ask, what are you doing? Winter, fine. I won't force you to drink. You mean you can't? I mean I won't. I will, however, put forth a stern suggestion. It would be very wise of you to drink. It will help you ease into the taste of another place. I know what they've taught you, and I'd be lying if I said I ignore what I've learned. Just remember the way it's worded. You're allowed to let yourself go a little. Just don't forget. I haven't forgotten, and neither have you, it seems. But you shouldn't be afraid of stepping outside of yourself, if only for a little while. In a sense, that's what you're doing already being here. So I urge you, Winter, have a pint. I'll just a little. Good enough. Well, there's a bar. Come on, Winter. That's a bar? What makes it any different from the other stores? It looks just the same from the outside. They don't seem to have a pride in themselves or distinction out here. I run my hand through my hair and grimace. I wonder if since all the storefronts look like this, maybe they're all bars. What a terrible thought. What if this is a culture which loves to drink? Will I like to drink a lot? I hope not. Warily, I begin to follow Cyrus. What am I doing? This is so illegal. What if I can report this?